So you made it. $100,000 or six figures or even multiple six figures, but you still kind of feel like you're in a rat race or something's missing. The truth is you're not alone. And that's what we're going to discuss in this video today is the number one mistake that high income earners make when they get a little coin in their pocket.
Exactly. Point number one, let's just jump right into it, family. Lifestyle creep. Lifestyle creep means when your expenses rise with your income. All of a sudden, it takes you way more money to run your household than than previously, right? And we're not even talking about high income earners. We're talking about somebody going from $40,000 to $60,000. We're talking about somebody going from 80 to 100, 100 to 120. We're talking to everybody.
Yes, and everybody has experienced it, not just because you're making six figures now when you went before, but even transitioning from college to working. I know for Carmen and I'll speak to myself. When I was in college, I went to Applebee's all the time. But then afterwards, I was like, I'm never going to Applebee's again. I had a taste for something more expensive.
And in my experience, what I can speak for is like grooming. All of a sudden became way more expensive. It became way more needed, and as opposed to us, me needing it before, right? So thinking about lifestyle creep, what all of a sudden is now a part of your necessities that maybe wasn't before. That's called lifestyle creep. And so the idea with this, Wealth Nation, is we want to hone in on some of these things so that you can create awareness and recognize, like, what do I actually need? Right? Because when I made $100,000 versus me now making 120, 150, what was the lifestyle that I lived then versus the lifestyle that I live now, and recognizing what are the legitimate needs and the things that you can reward yourself for. By no means are we saying that you shouldn't live and enjoy your life and enjoy the things that you like doing. We're just making you take account for what's necessary and what's not.
Right, because your health hasn't changed, just your spending did.
Absolutely.
Now, point number two, this is a big one that Carmen and we had to adjust to, is taxes. Taxes is probably one of the biggest things that happens to people when their income changes, is their taxes also change, and you have to make adjustments based on that. You may, I know for us, we've been able to go to TurboTax, do our taxes ourselves at one point back in the day. Then we graduated to H&R Block, and now we have to have an accountant. So as your income changes, you need to also make those adjustments for taxes.
Taxes, by far, I would say, is the biggest opportunity for you to go back to that lifestyle creep and go back to better money management, so that you can make sure that your money isn't just, bleeding, because it's already bleeding because of lifestyle creep, and then it'll bleed again because of taxes and that whole thing. So first of all, that your action plan for today, family, is to make sure that you partner yourself with an accountant that you feel like is on your side and really is trying to help you accomplish your financial goals. Do the education. Taxes is by far one of the biggest opportunities where we can start educating ourselves, and we don't just fall prey to what people are telling ourselves. Or telling us, excuse me. So we will actually link a video below to one that we did with a tax expert, Mr. Tom Realwright himself. He is so knowledgeable. He's actually Robert Kiyosaki's accountant, and we just continue to learn so much from him. He has so many resources, so many books out there. So I would say taxes is your biggest opportunity to start reading and researching and learning more about what your opportunities are as a W-2 employee or even as a business owner, and how you can take advantage of this game, right? You can't understand how to play the tax game if you don't understand it.
Right, and speaking of taking advantage with W-2s, the taxes come out off top. They come off rip. So you get your check, and let's say you earn $100,000 a year, but you get paid $70,000. It's because that taxes came off top before it even hit your account. And I'm saying that to say that because it leads into our next point, which is a system. The taxes, the federal government has a system. We may not like it, but it is a system, which means that it's something that we need to also do, especially not just because we have a six-figure income, but this is something that we should do, period, is have a system in how we manage our money. That's the biggest thing that hangs people up that have a higher income, is the fact that they are managing their money the same way they did when they didn't have the money that they have. And that's not gonna work, because what's gonna happen is that money is just gonna be gone, and you're gonna be watching a video like this trying to figure out what happened to it.
Well, yeah, it's about being honest with yourself. right? Because maybe the same spreadsheets that you used before aren't going to be the same spreadsheets that you use today. And that's fine, right? Because we grow and evolve as people. So do you need to align yourselves up with people that can support you in that? Wealth Nation can be that. But the point again is making sure that you have proper money management, that you have the assets in place that you need. And again, as your income increases, you got to make sure that you have the life insurance on board, right? For those legacy plans, shameless plug, but click on the link below if you need some support there. The point that we want to make sure as you earn more money, this does not give you the permission to spend more money, family, right? So consider the three things that we talked about. Lifestyle creep. Where have all of a sudden this expense now become a necessity and it's costing me more money? Number two is taxes, making sure that you're educating yourself on the world of taxes, because again, as your income goes up, that's going to change your income bracket maybe, right? Possibly. And then number three is money management, making sure that the money management you used yesterday still aligns with what you got going on today. And if you need support, click on the link below. Wealth Nation can totally support you.
Right. And to that point, I think having a system will alleviate all those issues.
That's a good point.
Not only will it alleviate all your issues, but you also have to take responsibility when it comes to managing your money, because it's one thing to see it on paper and understand your story and how you got there, but there's another thing completely is to take action. You need to take action in order to put yourself in the situation where you're confident, because confidence is a mentality that you need to have in order to support a larger income and to attract even larger income in the future.
Ooh, I hope you heard what he said there. Mindset. It all starts with this, right? The other thing that I'm going to throw out there, right? If you want to alleviate lifestyle creep, you can also change your location, family. Just throwing it out there. We're here in the beautiful Dominican Republic. We frequent the Dominican Republic often, and we're just sharing this because, again, going back to lifestyle creep, right? Darius and I appreciate grooming. Darius likes getting edge ups every single week. You know how much that costs in the United States? You can get a $10 haircut every single week here, right? Yeah. You can go every day if you wanted to.
90% discount.
And the reason why I'm bringing this in, right, we're having fun with it, but the point is, don't let your geography dictate what you do with your money or how you spend your money. If you want a different outcome, you can also look at geography maybe as being an opportunity for you to change up things so that you can live maybe a better quality of life on less money, making the same US dollar that you're making. So these are just things to consider.
Yeah, I like that you bring that in, because there's been instances where we travel some places and immediately like our network changed as we got off the plane.
Yeah.
We became a different class. We were
Citizen.
put in a different class citizen as we got off the plane, because of the fact that we had US dollars in comparison to the native dollar.
And these are just things that we're helping you to consider. We're not saying to move your whole family or uproot everybody. We're just having the conversation of explore your options.
And the experiences that we've had up until this point.
Yeah, we do a lot of traveling. And to Darius's point, we recognize that our dollar goes so much further in other places. And because we've been able to earn more and more income over the years, we recognize that we don't want to spend so much money anymore when we know we can get it for cheaper elsewhere.
Right. This is the last bonus that I have.
It's the official last.
So we had our talking points, but then as the more we talk, the more I realize some of the opportunities that exist is also having a board of directors.
Yeah.
A lot of the wealthy people that we've met also have mentors that make more money than them. I think it's a part of our culture that when we make money, we want it to be a secret.
It is our culture.
Yeah, it is our culture.
How dare I tell you how much money I make?
Right. But in order for you to elevate, you may not know exactly the next steps that you need to take. But if you have a mentor or a group of people that you can confide in about the strategic moves that you're making or some of the issues that you're having, they've been there before, so they can guide you in the next steps that you should take. I noticed that a lot of the wealthy people that we've met and that we work with have a board of directors that they run ideas by and that they confide in. And you should maybe consider doing the same thing regardless of what your income is.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you brought that in. And what a board of directors family could look like Darius said, it could be a mentor, and it could just be a subject matter expert in a specific area. For example, life insurance agents. For your auto insurance, your home insurance, your accountant, right? Somebody to help you talk to you about retirement, but people who you are essentially bringing on board to make sure that they are going to be the ones to advise you in the right direction for the specific categories. So that's exactly what Darius is talking about. So I'm glad that you brought that in, making sure you're creating a team of people to point you in the right direction.
Right, and it's also good. Here's a plus to that is to make sure that team is in communication with each other.
With each other.
Because just because somebody has an idea doesn't necessarily mean it's a good idea overall. It's just a good idea for the time, or maybe they just need to run it by some other parts of the team so we can make sure that we're strategic in the next moves that we make.
Yeah, we're not siloed.
Yes. That's worked wonders for us, because I've had some amazing ideas. I thought I had some amazing ideas running past our mentor, and he shot it down.
Like that doesn't work with the whole of what we're trying to do.
Yeah. Right. But you have to make sure you trust that person.
So remember, family, if you are making more income, your income increases. Again, that does not give you the permission to start spending more money. That gives you the permission to create more cash flow.
Right.
So in order to create more cash flow, what do you need to do? We need to understand lifestyle creep, overview of our expenses, what we got going on, what's actually needed. Let's understand our tax situation and our tax strategy. And then also 3, making sure that money management is in place. And like we said, we also talked about board of directors, challenging the location that you're living in, and figuring out how can you stretch your dollar as much as you possibly can so that you can create more cash flow.
Yeah, love it. So
nice summary.
Yeah, perfect summary. Now, as you're considering how to protect your income, check out our next video on how to grow your wealth with life insurance.
And remember to own your own lifestyle.
Or someone else will.